And I'm back, and I'm here, and I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am absolutely ready. Mr. KiWiKaKi is opening as we would expect with Farseer Headhunters. I thought about the possibility of him not doing that strategy as he went a little off the KiWiKaKi meta in the last series against Arc especially, but now back to what he's known for and with what he influenced the entire scene. Not only in America, also Grubby pretty much influenced by this build, I guess, whenever he plays tournaments or show matches or whatever. Grubby maybe refining this build a little bit, but that's just the Kiwi standard. On the other side for Cruncher, we have an Archmage starting off nicely with claws, but he has to defeat the Farseer now.
Yeah, and Cruncher going for a little bit of an unorthodox style against Kiwi, at least. Generally, he tries to go for a very fast level 3 Archmage, so he'd prefer to go for that Goblin Laboratory first, but he's going for the safer approach. Doesn't want to lose too many peasants. You can lose quite a few going for that route, so he's going to secure the 1.8, and he's going to get maybe a couple of wolves. If he can get these turtles to the north, that'll be level 2, that'll be Aura, and that'll be a better defense against the Farseer Harass.
Yeah, that is usually reserved for some militia creeping. Farseer is trying to distract, trying to delay the level 2 aura as fast as possible, for as long as possible. And we have the first Headhunter here. Kiwi is not pooling them. We keep on mentioning this over and over and over. You want the critical mass. You don't want to lose them early.
Yeah, you don't want to lose these wolves either, but one's going to go down. A second one maybe going to go down. I'm not sure if the experience went to Cruncher or not. I think that would have been level 2. But yeah, here's the Headhunters. They're putting in some pressure. The tower is within cancel range, but we see Cruncher is sticking on this right side of his base to not allow the Headhunters to get in range to cancel that Arcane Tower.
All right, where do we go from here? It's summon versus summon. This is what Warcraft kind of looked like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Farseer versus Archmage. Classic encounter in Orc versus Human. And Kiwi is putting quite some pressure on here, but nothing really too serious.
Yeah, the claws are helping out so much against the wolf harass, not yet losing any peasants. Just having to call militia every once in a while, but really the health on everything is pretty good at the moment. The footman's still pretty healthy, but there is a decent amount of Headhunters here. When will the defend be researched? It's finished now. It kicks in, and here comes Cruncher.
That is the hard counter to Headhunters in this build. Defend reduces piercing damage. Headhunters do piercing damage. Throws a little bit back as well. And Kiwi maybe making the first little mistake. Sending the Headhunter in the rally point was maybe a little bit off, but fixes that in time. Might still be in the group. Now he fixes it. And with that, we have a standoff here. Nothing is really dying. Nothing is really scary. So we're waiting for tier 2 to hit us.
Yeah, and the Archmage is still on level 1, so I think Kiwi can go back home, maybe start creeping and call this a job well done because he's delayed that aura for so long. Will he resummon? Nicely done, still denying that aura. And look at the mana on the Archmage. It would be almost full if he was just running around with this aura the entire time. And now the tier 2 is kicked in like you pointed off, and it will be. Tauren Totem, Tauren Chieftain out of KiWiKaKi, so maybe some Spirit Walkers, maybe some Taurens in the future, and he's got those spiked barricades. I like to see it.
Yeah, we see these humans go for the burrows and other buildings, so if you have spiked barricades, then they get a little bit of extra damage, but he goes for reinforced defenses now as well. It's not going to be easy. He builds them way far in the back, so very protected. If there's a push, they might still be in range, though, if there's an attack onto the stronghold, but that's something we very, very rarely see. I am kind of surprised to see the Tauren Totem. It's no shamans then.
Yeah, a little bit unorthodox. It's always been the question, what are you going to go on tier 2? Or you can go Raiders, we've seen that. You can go Shamans, you can go Walkers, you can go Taurens, you can go Kodos like Lynn with Shamans. There's a lot of different options, and it's really been the question recently, what's the tier 2 tech? What's the best option against Human? And KiWiKaKi has really tried it all at this point.
Yeah, but for KiWiKaKi, the answer is on tier 2, I do pretty much nothing. I take straight to tier 3. Give me my full potential. Give me all the tools that Orc has to offer. Give me that orb. Give me that fast expansion. Give me the master training. Let me revive my Tauren. And definitely give me my Tauren, because they are supposed to be the counter to the upcoming Spellbreakers. That is usually the norm for Cruncher.
Yeah, and in the past, we've seen Cruncher just straight go tier 3 when he scouts this fast tier 3 tech from KiWiKaKi and just go right into Griffins. But this game doesn't look like it. He's just going dual Sanctum, like you said. A lot of priests are going to come out, help with those damaged footmen from the creeping. And yeah, this Mountain King not really getting the progress he wants. This Farseer harass has been very effective despite 0 experience on the Farseer. So I think nicely done by KiWiKaKi so far. I'd put him ahead because the Tauren Chieftain creeping on his own all happily right now, level 2.
I tend to agree. This is a flawless early game. No Headhunter lost, really. That was pretty strong. And Crunch is not getting really ahead. You said it. The Archmage himself, only now level 2. Yeah, the opening was really good with that claw, but apart from that, he really achieved nothing. The Wolves are still putting in some damage. One gets ensnared, but he needs a regen scroll really soon. Carson might have dropped, so I'm taking over here. Do a solo cast on the big stage. No problem for me, of course, as I am the chosen one. You know it. TC close to 3. Ring of Regen. Ring of Protection. This is a pretty tanky and good inventory for the Tauren Chieftain. Might save a heal self here and there. He can tank a little more, put some damage off of the Headhunters. And yeah, a little poison. But you know, you can heal against that. Problematic, maybe? Only level 1 Farseer. There's pretty much nothing done with him. He's heavily prioritizing the TC as you should, but you know, you would like to have some Chain Lightning. You want to reach the back, you want to reach the casters, cause some havoc over there. And he's
sorry, Neil.
It's alright, it's alright. Just leave me hanging, I'm used to that.
I missed you. I missed you quite a bit.
Oh, that's sweet, that's sweet.
I missed the game, I missed the action.
Did you drop out of the game? No, right?
No, I'm here, and I see the Mountain King getting level 3, and there will be the level 2 clap that's going to help out quite a bit against these Headhunters, and that Troll Regeneration is going to have to kick into overdrive to help out these Headhunters in a little while, but the Tauren Chieftain is looking real tanky.
Absolutely, and the Mountain King also got a potion of mana. I like that Cruncher investing early into drinks. So more clap. This is the #1 spell for Cruncher. This is going to be the carry for Cruncher. On the other side, of course, Stomp. Kiwi not changing that up, not going for Chain Wave as it was common in the past. Now the Berserker upgrade is done. Now they're a little bit more tanky. Now he's not afraid to go for the Drake. And so far, PvE game. We're just treasure hunting and not fighting.
Yeah, it's looking like an undead mirror almost. We see a lot of creeping. We've seen that in the past in the tournament. You just run around, you creep everything, and this can sometimes be how Concealed Hill is played. It's such a long map. It's so hard to get from one side to the other to hit the base, and because of this, the creeping is happening, and because of this, Cruncher is going for that expansion, and this is really how you have to win against these Taurens if you're stuck on tier 2. You need that 2 base economy, and you need lots and lots of casters.
Got a Lion Horn of Stormwind. That's some more armor right here for the Orc units, helping the Headhunters. 2 armor now, can save a little resources on the upgrade. Claw +9 for the Archmage. First Spellbreakers are coming in. And he's looking for a fight. He really wants to brawl now. The first Tauren is out. We've seen a couple of offbeat timings from KiWiKaKi in the group stages where he fought without his big tier 3 advantages. But now his big melee units are coming. Is Master Training done? No, but it is in the works. Here comes the Stomp. Hits the Archmage and the Mountain King with a big clap as well. Do we have any scrolls? Doesn't seem like it. No, nothing to work with actually for KiWiKaKi, and he's getting caught. Goes for double surround actually. Invo Potion. Oh, has to TP out. Can't cause any more damage, but he's also not losing too much. Everything got out. Everything got out.
Yeah, nicely done there from KiWiKaKi. He had no heal scrolls, so that was really a dicey fight. And he's, like you pointed out, he's waiting for that Master Training, which is now kicking in for those Spirit Walkers. So he's going to have a lot of Taurens, even though he just has 2. Yeah, but he needs heal scrolls to fight this Mountain King, especially because Cruncher knows the power of the Mana Potion, knows the power of that Thunderclap. So yeah, you need at least a couple of heal scrolls, and he's just going to counter expand. Why not? You got the Tiny Great Hall, pretty strong.
Boom, exactly. I was about to say, there's going to be a lot of expenses for KiWiKaKi here with the Tiny Great Hall, with the Master Upgrade, with more Tauren, that's what he wants, but he got that expense covered already. In the meantime, red spot for Cruncher. What he got? Hood of Cunning, not the greatest. A little bit more mana to work with for the Mountain King is never wrong, though. And we're still leveling our second heroes. Archmage not level 3. Farseer not level 3. They really don't give too much about their first heroes.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And the Tauren Chieftain's been level 4 for a long time now. But the level 5 Tauren Chieftain, I think, is better than that level 3 Farseer. I think that is definitely a point I could argue. But now the Archmage, level 3, is going to kick in. And it is actually level 2 Brilliance Aura. I was going to say that might be a decent idea. Better against Shamans than it is against Spirit Walkers. But with the Master Training, with lots of Dispels in the tank for these Walkers, level 2 Aura makes quite a bit of sense.
I agree. Looks good. So, Tauren, 0-1 upgrade. So, plus the Devotion Aura, they're already at 7 armor. The Spellbreakers will work against that. They don't have upgrades at all, so they stand at 3. These Taurens, especially with the Pulverize, will be big trouble for the melee of Cruncher.
Yeah, and can you win this? The supplies, 70 against 64, but this is a big Tier 3 Tauren army. The Mountain King's already taken a lot of damage. The collapses are decent, but the splits are better from Kiwi, actually, and the Mountain King forced to fall back because he's already 200 HP.
Slowest kicking in, exactly. The Tauren are having a harder time reaching this army. Heal Scroll is still available on this Mountain King. Another one on the Archmage, so all that AoE that is dealt can be countered. He needs one soon, I believe, as he was flanking with the Headhunters to the left-hand side, trying to pick up some casters, which was a really nice idea. Didn't go through full well. Whew. But yeah, you mentioned the splits. That's the thing that KiWiKaKi has definitely improved on compared to the group stage. Like in every single regard, Kiwi just seems to have leveled up. Oh my god, nice Stormbolt to dodge that Storm. But here we go, Invo Potion pop. Cruncher just a tiny bit faster than his opponent, and now the cow has to run.
Wow, wow, wow. There's the Mana Potion. Here's the big claps. You don't want to get the claps on the Taurens. You want them on the Headhunters, and Cruncher's succeeding at that. The Tauren Chieftain really, really low. No mana, no health. Is there a Town Portal? There's nothing.
Oh.
And the Farseer gets both of the Breakers are on it, and that's a dead first hero for KiWiKaKi. And it looks so good for him. He's got a Demolisher out now. He had good stomps. He had good positioning with his back to the fountain. But now Cruncher just pulling out ahead in the end of it. And there's towers at the expansion.
At this, exactly. Defen Footman split, towered up. Kiwi has to TP. Everything is kind of bruised. He has to take care of that base. Wonderful, wonderful idea by Cruncher. Super rarely seen to go for that split attack. KiWiKaKi was fully immersed into that fight, so he couldn't really deal with it. So all the peons are low. A couple of corpses here as well. He deals with it now, of course, but we look at the gold graph and it's going straight into Cruncher's direction.
Yeah, almost 2,000 more gained from that expansion for Cruncher. And the Red Drake as well, with that Town Portal being forced by just 2 Footmen, 1 Peasant, 1 Guard Tower. He gets the whole red spot, and this could be a really nice item. And this is the second red spot for Cruncher. Kiwi only getting 1 of those, and these are the big boy items. These are the ones you want to win the game with.
The red spot stuff indeed. This Drake will take a little time, we know that. Not too much anti-air available for Cruncher, but man, he was owning that fight in the end. It was a lot about positioning, and Cruncher just overall did a better job. So what's the way back for KiWiKaKi into this game?
Yeah, he's going into Demolishers. He's got the Burning Oil, the KiWiKaKi classic. You love to see it.
Yeah.
And the nice thing, he's got armor upgrades. Those affect all the units he has, with the exception of the Spirit Walkers. Don't get upgrades, but that's going to help out quite a bit. And yeah, maybe if he gets 5 Demolishers, gets in a choke point, has a nice stomp on the casters, they all melt. I mean, it's still a Tier 2 human army. Cruncher is about to hit Tier 3 and maybe get some Master Caster trainings.
I was about
maybe a Paladin.
to correct you there. In the mid-game, you were missing the air, right? Look at the north. Griffin Aviary 1,
Yeah.
Griffin Aviary 2. Let's go heavy air.
And that's what you need. The Headhunters are starting to dwindle. The Clap dealt with those towards the tail end of that last fight, and there's only a few left. There is 4 to be exact, and Demolishers, Torden, Spirit Walkers, what can't they do? They can't really fight Mass Griffins.
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Can't hit Stomp. Kiwi will be facing Blizzard now as well. Only level 1 at this point. No more Water Elementals though. More pressure onto the workers. More denied mining time. And just such a sweet synergy with that clap.
Yeah, Cruncher playing so well, but the positioning is looking good for Kiwi. Cruncher knows he can't really fight here, especially at the Expo with the tower there, with the Demolishers in the back. He's going to have to back off, and he doesn't want to fight at an anti-time. We talk about that a lot with KiWiKaKi games, the good timings for your Tier 3 tech, and Cruncher knows what he's waiting for. He's waiting for the Griffins.
Yeah, they will be facing a Shadow Hunter as he comes in as the third hero. And then we're kind of maxed out. It will be at 80-80. The Blizzard will be nice as there is no End Snare to work with, no cancel except the Storm. TC is getting quite a few hits as well, but this time he has a couple of consumables as well, especially the Heal Scroll and the Mana Potion. So Cruncher is backing off a little. Heal Potion on the Farseer, still no TP. That Stomp was decent. Level 5 TC can be a game changer, but same can be said about the Mountain King, who has a Mana Potion again. Invo Potion again. Might be forced into that soon. Heal Scroll number 1 used. Has another one. Here comes the Storm. That's a 4-second stun. Oh my god! Chain Lightning kills him off! Kiwi back in this game. Cruncher surprised by the strength of the Orc.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, these heroes are the weakness now with that Stomp level 3. It's so strong against the heroes, and he gets it off on the Mountain King with the big wide range of the Stomp. And, Beastmaster, I think he misclicked.
What?
He misclicked and bought a Beastmaster.
That makes no sense to go for summons now. Maybe wanted to revive. Exactly. Here we have a Mountain King. This will not really strengthen his army, this will also consume experience that you might want for level 4 and 5.
Absolutely, yeah. The level 2 Blizzard, now that he's retrained, very important. The level 3 Clap, of course, is a huge win condition for Cruncher, as well as it was for KiWiKaKi. He does have that level 3 Stomp now. But the Beastmaster is going to consume some more mana from the Spirit Walkers, but it was definitely not intentional from Cruncher. But
so much about
out.
Cruncher being solid, huh? Don't see that here. We do have Hex, by the way, against this. Another disable against the heroes. Big breaker line. The Torrent can't connect. The position for KiWiKaKi is horrible for now. The walk is way too far forward. The Mountain King is still waiting for the clap. Slowly but steady, the Torrent are able to reach the front line, hitting that sweet pulverize. Oh my god, the Burning Oil and Chain Lightning in the end. TC is getting kind of low, has the potion, was past. Mountain King super low again, dashes out the claps, but it's still not level 3 clap. Torrent are falling, but they can be revived, and he does that immediately. Can Kiwi's army still die even?
Yeah, can Cruncher hold on? He's dealt with the Demolishers. The Headhunters are dealing with the Griffins, but they manage to stay alive in the end. The Torrent Chieftain. Is there a bolt? There is a clap. There's a mana potion. Is he going to save? The Blizzard's doing so much damage. The Beastmaster might fall, but I don't think Cruncher cares. The Torrents are falling. Is there mana enough on the Walkers? It's actually kind of low. Okay, there is a few revives left, so these Torrents will be lasting a little while, but look at the slow, look at the Blizzard, look at the damage.
Can't get too many exit kills out though, and a nice last second revive. This was super dangerous for Kiwi. He could have lost easily 20 supply. Look at this. Look at all the red we see at the health bars. But I guess Cruncher's back in the game.
Yeah, and he's got Fountain now to heal up. And, you know, cool thing is, if he gets Beastmaster level 3, maybe Hawk level 2, be nice against the Demolishers if there is more of them.
You're turning Robo again, Miss Carson. Something is awfully off with your connection today, but maybe it fixes itself in just a couple of seconds. Couldn't break the Expo. Was that his best shot? Good thing here for Kiwi. He can heal everything up at the fountain. That's what he does. That's what Cruncher does. Cruncher is fully back to green, though. There's not much left to creep on the map. A little green, but that doesn't really matter. Beastmaster survived. Level 5 Mountain King now. That is a game changer, boys. Level 3 Clap. What do you do against that? Except heal scrolls.
A player's forces are under attack.
That is the question for very, very soon. We get attack upgrades on the Berserkers as the upgrade against Griffins. We don't really see too many. It's 4 now. 0 upgrades still. No master training. We're getting that now for the priests, which will then, of course, be in a fire, one of the strongest buffs in the entire game. And then what? How well does Kiwi scale from here, really? The TC is not getting a better stomp. That's done. We get the Invis potion, though. I love it. He gets Resurrection, will then be revived once he dies. We do have Master already. We're kind of maxed out on the Berserkers. Troll Regen, more armor. Love that, more armor again. Farseer level 2 Chain Lightning is already available, so the Wolves don't do too much because Breakers and Control Magic, they will just be taken over. And he is fighting Inner Fire Griffins now.
Yep. Does the army get much better? Will my internet get any better?
It sounds good so far.
Okay.
Canadian wildlife.
Yeah, shout out to TELUS and all those other Canadian internet providers, as everyone does on Twitter all the time. 0-2 armor upgrade. It's going to help out quite a bit, but I don't know how long the Torns are going to last against Inner Fire Griffins.
Yeah, that's the question. We get Animal War Train as well. We have mined out the first main, by the way, or both mains. So this is always a little bit of a question here on Concealed, right? Who's going to claim the high ground?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Crunch is a high upkeep, dude.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
He's sending
He doesn't
everything.
want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to get the high ground. He just wants to win the fight, and I can't blame him. He's got the level 5 Mountain King double mana potion. Look at all the mana on the Mountain King, actually. Jesus.
Gotta find that little dwarf. Where the hell is he at? Well, we're gonna see him. There we go! And look at the Shadow Hunter melting! He's trying to heal against that, but absolutely... Oh, wait a minute! There is a chance! He saves him, actually. 2 potions, level 5. That clap was for nothing.
Solid clap.
2 torrent, but okay. Will he take out the anti-air? It feels like he's a little passive with these Griffins. Doesn't want to commit too much. He does respect the backline of these Headhunters.
Kiwi's army all of a sudden very, very scary. He replaced those headhunters. He realized that the demolishers were not going to work against this many griffins, and now he's got kind of the perfect mixture. He's got enough anti-air. The griffins will fall if they get in range. The Torns can be revived consistently if that's what the griffins are going for. The experience might get out of hand for Cruncher if the Torns are being revived over and over again, but KiWiKaKi, his heroes are looking pretty scary.
1-2 upgrades. TC again, Invis. He's pushing for that base. 4,200. He's building another base here, but Kiwi is about to backstab. The number of Griffins is rising and rising and rising. This TC, what's he going for? Doesn't hit too much, especially the Archmage prevents the Blizzard from here. We don't see any Bat Riders at all in this to fight this. Maybe the armor is too high at this point. Look at the AoE in the back line. This is not a fight that KiWiKaKi can win here in the upper right. Can he win it somewhere else? Oh my! The AoE is absolutely surreal. He just claps him to death, and there's more. Oh, there's way more. Still 2 potions. Shadow Hunter low, TC low, Farseer low, supply number low. Bye-bye, KiWiKaKi.
Oh my god. And he's got so much mana on the Mountain King. He hasn't even used his mana potions yet. The Blizzard, the Griffins, the Clap level 3. Cruncher's still on high upkeep. He might even kill one of his own units. Go kill a peasant. If he's going to kill a peasant.
Yeah, that's the chosen one. He will be sacrificed for the greater good. That's more money. That's how the game works, Carson. Sacrifice the working people for gold.
Well, no, yeah, maybe this game is an analogy for something.
This game is definitely over. The expo got cancelled there as well by, I guess, the Griffins. I didn't really see it.
He just canceled it when he lost the fight. Yeah.
Oh, maybe, yeah, okay. Get some more resources, try to rebuild the army, but oh my god, was that a slaughter. But not the proper counter. He never counted the Griffins, really.
Yeah, the Headhunters, I mean, they do a good damage type. They can shoot up, of course, but, you know, when you go in Berserk form, the splash damage, if they all are in a line or clumped up, the Griffins really can almost win a straight-up fight against Headhunters unless there's an absurd number of them. So like you pointed out, maybe Bats, Wind Riders, something might be a little bit better than just pure Headhunter. And there's no armor upgrades on the Griffins. Cruncher's economy hasn't been too great this whole game. He's really been on upkeep or high upkeep the entire time, so Bats would have been good.
There is more gold in Kiwi's Expo. Can he hold this push? This is the death push right here. The Blizzard level 2 is wrecking. The Clap level 3 is wrecking. At one point, you can't revive the Torrent anymore. And I think that point is very, very soon. He's pulverizing as much as he can. TC is getting stopped in his tracks once again. And there's still 2 mana potions, dude. This is just too much. Needs to kill the MK, but how? He has 1,100 HP.
Yeah, that's the only way out. You gotta stomp, you gotta go for the Mountain King, but it looks like the Torrent Chieftain is the one that's gonna die. The Griffins, the heal tried to come in, but it goes down level 5, and the GG's called and 1-0 for Cruncher. Looked dicey at times, but he pulls it through in map 1.
Very, very, very competitive match 1. Kiwi may be doing a little better than we all expected, but in the end, the W goes to Cruncher, as always.
Wow, that was a really crazy game back and forth. I guess Cruncher is capable of making mistakes. Beastmaster level 3, though, not too shabby in the late game. But wow, yeah, really back and forth. I liked the early game too. Like Cruncher's patience before the Sorks came out, really avoiding the fights with Kiwi, because Kiwi had I think 2 Tauren before Cruncher had any Sorks out for slow, and I think the fights would have been really bad for him, just being really patient. Kiwi maybe missed his window, and then in the late game, obviously the burning oil was a good idea, but I mean Taurens just get owned by Griffins.
That is absolutely correct. Let's see if KiWiKaKi is getting owned by Cruncher. And now we go into a little break, catch the breath, and then we return with map number 2 here in the Americas semifinals. The 1-0 lead for the favorite. Cruncher does what Cruncher does best, winning games. And let's see where this goes. My oh my, was that an opener though. Pretty crazy, pretty spicy as well. Paves the way for the rest of this best of 5. Lights.
Yeah, very close. It was very close.
Yeah, if you're Kiwi, I don't even think you change anything up. Maybe just be more aggressive or something. I think there was a timing there where you could have got Cruncher off guard. Cruncher made a lot of mistakes in that early game, and I mean, he's just patience, got through the game there, and then obviously just clap city, claps all day long. Are we going to see that again? I think we are.
Okay, man. If you invite us, Ricky, then let's go to Clap City, Northern Isles. Casting for you are the Dust Boys.
Carson?
City. Clap,
Clap.
clap city. Clap
Oh,
city.
God.
Clap, clap city. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, in the bottom left, we have the red human player currently up a game against KiWiKaKi. It is Cruncher. And in the top right, I mean, the games are getting really close, and this guy is just getting really close to taking maps off Cruncher, maybe even the series. He's got to come back, though. He's down a game. It is Oceanus's KiWiKaKi.
Yeah, man. Kiwi's moving and grooving and schmoozing. But, you know, he's losing, too. So maybe he's got to pull out another stop. He's got to figure something out. He's got to tighten it up a little bit because Cruncher made a few mistakes last game and still pulled it out in the end. But it was, as we pointed out, it was a close game. Kiwi got very close. There's a couple fights when if he just maybe microed a little bit better, had a better stomp, maybe after he kills that Mountain King in the early game, you know, follows it up a bit better, he definitely has a chance to take Cruncher down.
Yeah, his creeping was good in the early game. Can he continue that again? I assume we're going to see the same stuff. It looks like the same old shades of gray. Not 50, though, from Kiwi. Just the same old Farseer Headhunter opener. It's very strong against... I find that Cruncher is actually adapting very well. He's not committing to fights as quickly as he normally does. Looks like he's going to go for the consumable camp as soon as the Archmage comes out. Really nice creep order. Human got some really nice creep patterns on this map. This being one of them.
For sure. Yeah, gonna get that nice consumable, and KiWiKaKi going to start with creeping. Okay, Cruncher has mentioned that KiWiKaKi does do this sometimes, but he said last night when I was talking to him, he didn't think that Kiwi was going to creep level 2. He thought he should harass me because my creep route is very good if he creeps level 2, but it looks like KiWiKaKi going to start off with a little bit of creeping.
Archmage gonna pick a level 2 here. Wanda mana stealing is okay. Probably definitely want a Potion of Greater Mana. I mean, the Wanda mana stealing, not the greatest item in the early game. We're seeing Mantle, though, for KiWiKaKi. Added damage on that Farseer, and yeah, creeping up to, I assume, level 2 before he goes, which is, it's a different impact. What's the difference between, oh...
That's what he's fishing for. Sorry, go ahead, though.
Yeah, what is the difference between like the Farseer just straight harass and creeping? What is the point of? Does he want that level 3 Farseer faster into the game? Because normally we just see the Farseer's experience completely negated to just completely counter and just harass while you're Torrent Chieftain. Your second hero of choice is the creeping one.
Yeah, that's a good... Oh my god, the lightning
no.
shield value. That helps out quite a bit, and that's a good reason to creep. But to answer your question... Oh, the last hit's actually Kiwi getting one of those last hits there with the lightning shield. So this is pretty nice from Kiwi, and he's got one more charge. But pretty much you want the chain lightning to be able to deal with the footman, because once Cruncher gets defend, the headhunters are not very effective. So he noticed last game Cruncher prefers a very early defend. So I think he's adjusting to get chain lightning unlocked to deal with the footman much easier in the mid game.
No defend just yet, and these footies taking a lot of damage to Berserkers, or headhunters as well, the Farseer. Can you get this Murloc, though? This is a lot of juicy experience. Who's going to get it? Looks like Cruncher might get it. The footies actually come for a little bit of a flank. Okay, but Kiwi's going to run away. Not too much. This is still, like, super annoying, though, from Kiwi. A lot of pressure put on Cruncher. He's going to be able to get the Murloc, which he should have got about, you know, a minute ago, maybe a minute and a half. So Cruncher's creeping already super delayed. I mean, you obviously would probably want level 3 Archmage before your Mountain King comes out. And the defend is being researched right now, about halfway done. You do talk about Cruncher gets a really early defend. That is a super quick defend.
Yeah, as soon as he techs, and then he doesn't get the Blacksmith because he's going into Dual Sanctum later on, so he's got a little bit more lumber earlier. But I think a bit of a mistake from Kiwi to not go for the Chain Lightning last hit on that big Murloc at the tail end, but this is definitely a nice play here. If he goes for the Marketplace, he's got the piercing damage. These are heavy armor creeps. He's going to be able to get a nice item here, but in the meantime, Cruncher's going on the aggressive, and if he gets these creeps, he'll be level 3 with level 2 water elementals, and perfectly on time for some tier 2 cancels.
Yeah, Spike Barricades research for Kiwi right away, but he doesn't have reinforced defenses, and these burrows are really exposed. Shop getting canceled, like you did mention. He's stealing this creep camp, and I assume once he scouts with the Illusion Archmage, he's going to say, well, there's some juicy burrows there. I don't care about the Spike Barricades. I might dive for it. And that's what he's going to do. Kiwi's a little out of position. The Farseer coming back, but all the headhunters are in the middle of the map, preoccupied with the Marketplace. This could be some devastating damage, but the quick repair is in. Really fast repair from Kiwi.
Oh,
Looks
but
like
can
Cruncher's
you
still gonna
outrepair
commit
it?
though. Yeah, he's gonna commit.
His spike barricades are doing some work. We see the amount of damage they actually do to Footman is about 8 to 9 damage every single attack. It's kind of nice. Oh, and the lightning shield on the middle Footman, but he could just use that against him. He could use that to stop the repair, but the chain lightning is there, and this is good. This is why you need the chain lightning to deal with the defend, but the burrow's still going to fall because 3 water elementals is just quite too many. But KiWiKaKi got the alchemist beforehand, going to pick off 1 headhunter for Cruncher. A second one going to look at the damage from these 3 water elementals, Ricky. They're destroying these headhunters.
That is tremendous damage. He's actually going to bring him over to the burrows. I assume he wants that tier 2 cancel, but nothing yet being built so far, just that burrow. But these water elementals could possibly cancel it. They're getting in range, and there we go. They're starting to focus it down. But Farseer level 3 now. Archmage running back home. Burrow gets canceled, and KiWiKaKi's tech is probably very behind.
Yeah, this has been tremendous damage from Cruncher. But KiWiKaKi's getting some good creeping done. He's got both these middle camps so far. He got a Mana Stone previously. Now he's going to get Belt of Giant Strength, and that will help out a little bit more tankiness. Can't complain with that. But the Water Elementals and the Footman with defense still putting in work against this economy. And KiWiKaKi's teching straight tier 3. Any supply block. This is not looking too great for Kiwi, but the creeping will help out in the long run.
Low peons coming out of the burrow quickly, putting the lowest ones back in just to shuffle them out. Burrow being rebuilt, and yeah, Kiwi's struggling here. He's got no Tauren totems. He doesn't have any real structures up yet, just the racks. And Cruncher's still bringing water elementals, keeping the pressure on. How much lost wood mining time is there, Carson? This is like a lot of wood damage that you probably want to have for your Tauren. He's already got 500, but Tauren's very, very expensive on wood.
Yeah, and the good thing for Kiwi is he does build an extra peon in his build, so he gets 18. He gets 8 lumber peons instead of 7 generally, so he's got a little bit more lumber, as we can see right now. He's got a little bit more than he should have, and he saved all these peons actually. He's still got, yeah, because he's got 4 on gold right now, so he's still got all of his lumber peons. That's a little bit of a mistake from Kiwi. We'll see how much gold he's missing out on. He's missing out on 700 gold in his gold mine, Ricky.
Yeah, 700. This is that because the gold is making the burrow, the gold peon? That's a bit of a doozy.
I don't know how long he's had 4 on, but like he had to burrow up earlier, he had to repair earlier, but maybe he's had 4 on gold longer than we've realized.
Yeah, a little bit of a blunder there. Hopefully he fixes it. The burrow peon should go back into the mine. It's gonna slow him down a bit, but Archmage picks up the invuln at the shop, and there's only one shop on this map, so it's very important to grab those invulns, grab those heal scrolls. But Kiwi's been doing a really good job of creeping. He's actually going to pick up the Mana Stone on the Farseer. Very good item. And the Alchemist won't get level 3 from this camp because he's sharing with the Farseer, but Farseer gets really close to level 4. And that's going to be level 2 Chain Wave. Chain Lightning, which is really good.
Yeah, really nice creeping. It's definitely keeping him in the game, keeping his economy up as well. You get a lot of gold from these creeps. But, oh man, he's going to need to creep both red camps to make up for the gold loss in the main base. This is almost 1,000 gold lost for Kiwi. And Cruncher, in the meantime, is almost level 3 Mountain King. He's got his breakers out. He's got his priests out. Maybe just going to go for an expansion again. That is what he's preferred. He's got Militia over here. KiWiKaKi continue to creep. Going to get level 3, but he gets a second Crystal Ball. He got that, I guess, from the expansion, and then he got one from the lab. Not the ideal items for KiWiKaKi.
Well, if he uses it at the expansion of Cruncher, you can see that Cruncher's about to make one, but I'm really not too sure about how this Alchemist will fare compared to the Tauren Chieftain. We see the Alchemist usually picked by Kiwi as well, but this Mountain King's already level 3, and Cruncher's poised to take a fight. He's got a heal scroll, he's got the invuln, and I'm not too sure how this Alchemist is gonna stack up in the later stages of this game, especially when Cruncher's going mass breakers like he usually does. We'll see how it works out for him, but Cruncher's gonna put down this expansion. And likewise with Kiwi, Kiwi's already got it. And I think that was a tiny, actually.
Yeah, the Alchemist. Yes, it would have been. Yeah, but the Alchemist is good against dealing with the Footman, and it's weird. He went for this level 2. Oh, but maybe this is actually gonna be a surround. This could be a forced town portal. Actually, he buys the staff. There's no bash, so Kiwi will get out. But he went for that level 2 for the Chain Lightning. He went for the Alchemist. Both are options to deal with the Footman earlier, but he still took more damage from this Archmage and Footman harass than he did on Concealed Hill. So kind of interesting. What he was countering did not work out very well.
Kiwi actually going into double racks. Is this just going to be mass Berserkers at this point?
Possibly
maybe
Demolishers?
Maybe a demo, yeah. But here we go. Cruncher's ready to fight. He's got Bolt. And he's got Clap, and the Clap is very good. Hits a lot of the units. The Alchemist getting into a dicey spot. He doesn't have items to save him. Use the Wand of Mana Stealing on the Mountain King. That's going to stop that last bolt. But there's another one on the way because Brilliance Aura pretty good. He's actually just diving. He's diving right to the tower. Cruncher doesn't care at all.
We've hit 1,000 gold lost for Kiwi in the main gold.
He hasn't adjusted. He hasn't adjusted.
Yeah, dude. Look how small his army is. You know, you've had 4 on gold the whole game, bud. And here's the surround on the Farseer. There's the town portal Cruncher didn't get earlier. A little bit of pressure on the Archmage could maybe be a way out for KiWiKaKi as he town portals to his expansion. The heal spray is helping out quite a bit, but it's now or never. You got to hold Kiwi. The tower's helping out quite a bit. There's a mana potion.
The Clap City, baby. There it is. The Clap and the bolts are very good. All the Berserkers are clumped up. That is a crazy Clap. And like you said, the army for Kiwi, not too bad. Maybe he's microing those 4 peons during the fights, Carson. You never really know. You could ask him if he gets a winner interview, but right now he's taking a lot of damage. The Breaker's getting good surface area on the Berserkers.
Oh, there's no more Clap City. Your passport's been revoked, and now the Headhunters are starting to do a decent amount of work. There's still a good amount of breakers, but there's a lot of heal sprays left. If KiWiKaKi can get back to all these Headhunters that are about to fall and heal them up, but that's 1, that's 2, that's almost 3 and 4 kills. But the breakers are forced to fall back, and maybe this is the time that KiWiKaKi needs to recuperate, to get 5 on gold in his main base, to get some tech units out other than Headhunters or Berserkers in this case. Maybe this is what he needs. This is going to be level 4 Farseer.
Yeah, the Farseer is going to get very dicey. There's the level 4, like you said. But Cruncher's been doing a great job of controlling the shop on this map.
Yeah, always an invul and always a heal scroll. But what he needs is a mana potion. Absolutely needs that.
Yeah, now that you have an expansion, you have the extra gold, but it looks like he's just going for shop items so far. A lot of breakers still, though, Carson, but there's so many Berserkers. And if the Berserkers can get in a good position, they will whittle down these breaker counts very, very easy. Only a few priests as well. Yeah, this is still a weird spot for Cruncher because I don't know if you really want to commit into this watchtower with all these Berserkers, and that's what Kiwi wants to do. Kiwi's fine with just sitting back here as long as I have my expansion. That's, you know, not mining as optimally with the 4 still on the gold mine of the main base of Kiwi. How much gold has he missed out on? It's almost 1,200, going on 1,300 missing gold as opposed to Cruncher's main base, which feels real bad, man.
Yeah, we see KiWiKaKi was trying to get wolves to the expansion of Cruncher, but Cruncher caught them with the breakers, and that would be really nice because, as we can see, there's no arcane tower at the expansion. Does Cruncher have 4 on gold at his expansion?
Yeah, the 4 that built. Yeah, he also hasn't adjusted. He built with 4, and yeah, he hasn't built the 1. But I mean, you know, he's a mannered guy. He goes, you know what, you're missing a lot of gold here. Let me extend an olive branch. But we got the mana pots this time, Carson. We got.
Oh, he's building it now. He's building it now.
Mountain King only has 270 mana. Doesn't have the best items for intelligence, actually.
He's got 4 wolves, Cruncher. Look at these. Oh my god, 2 demolishers coming out. Have you ever I've never seen 4 wolves before, actually.
I've never seen 4 human wolves, no.
Yeah.
And Clap City could be huge. There we go. Big Clap, and actually using a bolt on the Alchemist, trying to whittle him down. He only has a Belt of Giant Strength, Carson. And the blocks for the Mountain King are pretty good. Another Clap comes in. Can he actually get this out? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. And he gets it. Huge pick off for Cruncher, and he can actually just readjust the army and continue fighting. But he's diving all over the Berserkers. And why not?
Yeah, the demolishers trying to help in the back. The claps are still huge as Mountain King. What a carry these past 2 games. And now the breakers, maybe you're going to split off and go for the demolishers. But look at all the juicy headhunters. Look at all that experience. That could be closer and closer to level 4 Mountain King. You know what's as good as Clap level 2, Stormbolt level 2 on those heroes. Pretty good. And look at all the headhunters, and there's no more heal spray, Ricky. Oh, heal wave.
There's a heal wave. The Shadowhunter comes to save the day. He goes, the 2 can play this game, but there's so many low Berserkers, and KiWiKaKi can't get a good grip to defend this expansion. His army's split. He's just constantly going back and forth. 2 demolishers come into the play, but can they start to whittle down these priests? They're actually clapping down on the breakers, but the Mountain King with another clap. But a quick heal wave from Kiwi, just reciprocating, but it's so hard for Kiwi to come and defend this. The Berserkers are going down so quickly. There's so many breakers still, Carson.
Man, KiWiKaKi so resilient. There's spaghetti on his spaghetti already. Mom spaghetti, level 4 Mountain King gonna kick in. Level 2 Stormbolt. Could the Farseer be the next target? Could that Shadowhunter be the next target. It looks like just Headhunters for now because, you know, the Breakers kind of owning those guys despite the 2 attack upgrades.
Yeah, but the thing is, like with KiWiKaKi going double racks on 2
Yes.
expansions, he can just pump Berserkers all day long. They're very cheap, very affordable, and stacked up, they're very good. And we see Kiwi staying into the food count despite losing a lot of Berserkers throughout the game. He's just been able to rebuild them. The Demolishers are +2 attack, by the way, so if you can get in a good position, maybe you can take a good fight because it is just Breaker Caster. But right now, Cruncher not wasting any time, going straight for the red camp, going for the Magnetor Reaver. The Berserkers are here, but I think Cruncher will get this item before anything becomes a danger. What item is it going to be? Helm of Valor, more into agility and strength for this Mountain King, as if he wasn't tanky enough.
Yeah, and the Alchemist was actually forgotten by KiWiKaKi. He's going to get a little nice Chain Lightning last hit there, so a little bit more experience on the Shadowhunter, who would like to crawl up to level 3 if possible, but the Alchemist, a lot later, I think he would have already been out if KiWiKaKi was on time with that. But he's got 6 at the Expo, still 4 on the main. Is this even 3 on the main?
I don't know, but this is definitely a dead Demolisher. The clap is huge on these 4 Berserkers. Cruncher actually adjusted his main expansion. He's got 5 with 2 on the wood.
Clap!
Oh, the claps are so huge. This is the worst city to be in if you're an Orc player. You do not want to stumble down the streets of Clap City. You just get absolutely destroyed. There's a bolt for the Shadowhunter, a little out of position, but he's just going to stick with the claps, and why not? The heal scroll being used, and the healing wave actually for Kiwi, but there's just so much human right now. And they're storming on top of the Berserkers, and Kiwi actually is just going to straight up fight. And I don't think this is the right decision. He's going to lose everything.
Alchemist is finally back, gonna heal some of those claps, and the Mountain King is out of mana. Okay, so a little bit of a momentum swing for in KiWiKaKi's favor. The TP passed to the Mountain King, but he's really got nothing to fear. There's no Hex yet, but he is just gonna Town Portal out. He's got no way of really securing a lot more kills, and those Demolishers are gonna start killing all the casters. So a nice Town Portal out for Cruncher, and he gets a lot of kills there without losing much of anything. And there's Griffins as well.
Yeah, Paladin coming out, and 1 Griffin on his way out, as well as more probably coming out in the field. Oh, there's actually 2. This will be the second. Very, very interesting. Paladin's going to add so much more depth to this army. Can heal units. I mean, it's so hard for KiWiKaKi with this army, Carson, to like split. You really want to focus because the damage isn't really there, right? So the Paladin might just completely counter this Mass Berserker army. Hopefully the Demolishers can get some spread. Really good spread on those Demolishers. But if you can't get that spread, Carson, I think this Paladin's going to probably seal the deal here. 78 supply against 61, and Kiwi's about to get creepjacked. KiWiKaKi's about to get creepjacked real hard. The Farseer doesn't have any items to escape. Can the Mountain King get a bolt? No, but he's just going to reposition, but this is just crazy. It looks like the red camp, the second one of the game, might go to Cruncher.
Yeah, no Town Portal. The Griffin in position to deal with those Demolishers, just like we saw last game. Cruncher very, very good at that. It's just so disappointing. KiWiKaKi's held on so well, despite being so behind at this game. Imagine if he had that 2,000 gold in his main base. That would have helped him so much. He could have been at 80 supply with the Town Portal maybe here. Maybe some more tech units, maybe another heal scroll with that. But now it's 78 against 67. The Shadowhunter out of position. The Griffins, 2 in the back, are dealing with the Demolishers. The Burning Oil is trying to work, and the creeps are actually helping KiWiKaKi. But now the Alchemist is surrounded. There's no way out. No one gets out of here alive. And the Clap Stormbolt combination is going to deal with that Alchemist and maybe seal the deal for Cruncher.
Yeah, I think this is probably too little, too late for Kiwi. This is a bad timing creepjack that unfortunately he had to commit to. He needs the experience, he needs the items, but it's just not enough. And Cruncher is just destroying everything. I don't think he's lost a breaker yet because this Paladin is just healing like crazy. Where are the Griffins? Did he lose the Griffins? He did lose the Griffins. Okay, he lost 2 units, boys. GG's called, and we're going to a game number 3. Cruncher with the lead.
That was a little bit of a yikesy game, wasn't it? Oh man, KiWiKaKi doing big mistakes there. And instead of fixing it, he makes them worse. From 4,
So it was 3.
From 4 peasants in the gold mine to 3. Oh my god. My favorite moment of this game, Cruncher going full Game of Thrones here, feeding the Alchemist to his own wolves with a little bit of Ramsay Bolton in there. Love that. The only Game of Thrones reference in all of 2020 probably here. And that is a 2-0. That was kind of... That's what we all were afraid of, that Cruncher is just marching through this semifinal. At least it's spectacular, but it's not effective. It doesn't work. Kiwi's tactic doesn't work. The Headhunters don't work.
really think it was just a really good play from Cruncher being super aggressive and harassing early. It kind of forced Kiwi to make a decision like, okay, I probably lost my Torn timing because Cruncher's already got his expansion. Cruncher's doing really well. So then he just decides to go into double racks Berserker, which, you know, didn't really work out against the Claps, first of all. But then the Breakers had really good surface area. So I think that was just a really good play from Cruncher being super aggressive on Northern Isles, and it paid off for him.
Yeah, a couple mistakes on KiWiKaKi's side, of course, but there was a couple mistakes on Cruncher's side in the game one, and Cruncher still managed to pull it through. So you got to be able to make a few mistakes to still, you know, have the strategy that makes it through. And at the end of the day, if you get behind, it seems like with KiWiKaKi's style, if you don't have the supply advantage, if you don't have the space to creep and get your heroes up to get that tier 3 tech rolling, it seems to not work in the later stages of the game, and Cruncher's not giving him that space.
Is this going to be the end of the day? Is this going to be the Dust Boy finals? We go into map 3 after a little break. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 203 match points for Cruncher. Will we get the reverse sweep? Kiwi has to massively step up his game, if you ask me, to make that possible. Echo Isles it is. And yeah, Cruncher Hitman. That seems to be the final. That seems to be the destiny. The prophets have spoken that, prophesized that very early on, and now we're one map away from that.
Is this the map, too, that Kiwi can do it? Echo Isles, very small map, maybe the smallest one we have. Can he do some crazy shenanigans? We've seen some crazy stuff normally.
Is that Clap City as well, Bidu?
This will be probably Clap City. Yeah, I mean, there's a street that leads off from Northern Isles, and it leads to Echo Isles, which is also right on the same street as Clap City. Yep, it's
Okay.
all located in the same spot. Yeah.
Now that I got the perfect directions, we're heading on to Echo Isles. Here we go. Match points. 3 in a row for this guy in the red, in the upper left, wearing that sweet, sweet Dust Gaming jersey. It's Cruncher. His opponent changing the color, and we said, all right, just do it. Everything you need to turn this around. It has almost happened once. This crazy comeback from KiWiKaKi when it was 2-0, he made it 2-2, and then Cruncher took it in the end. Maybe we can go full distance this time. He's KiWiKaKi. There we go, Bidu. And we have
It's going to be hard, though. It's going to be so hard to come back in the series. You're down 2-0. You got Echo Isles here. You got Amazonia. I think the last map is it's a map, Neo. And
Amazonia is the decider.
Amazonia decider. Yeah, there's a lot of maps here that do favor Kiwi with the small maps, which I do think favor the Orc player. But this is one of them, and this is a key one. Echo Isles, Peon Scout, gonna see what's going on. The footy gonna catch that Peon right away. And is this the Priest Peon that Kiwi doesn't want to lose?
Ooh,
I think it is.
Good point. You really want to steal that to be able to dispel the water elementals, but he's just sending him right
Cruncher
into the
sending it over. Oh, he still
clips.
gets it. But he blocks. Oh, man. Come on. Come on.
How is
Unbelievable.
And he gets the last hit as well? What? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay,
No, he
sorry.
didn't.
Okay, let's not overhype this. But damn, how are you not mentally broken after these early games so far? Kiwi is rushing over, trying to do some damage, but very limited potential here on Echo Isles. Creep spot aren't that hard.
Wow, I actually thought he was sending the footy a little bit too wide. I was like, yo, are you going to go for the Priest, bro? But he's actually going for the blocks. It was actually insane. But the Wolves are here. There's no Arcane Tower, Neo. Can Kiwi get some value out of these Wolves? Because that's what you kind of want to do. Cruncher being super greedy. No arcane tech, which we usually see at the top level. You need to be able to hold these wolves without putting down that arcane, which costs so much wood if you want to have a good tech advantage, or at least be on par with the orc. And actually, Cruncher's far ahead on tech, which is an incredible early game from Cruncher. As long as he can just hold these wolves, the arcane tower coming now, much later, but that's okay. Cruncher so far holding very well.
Feels like he's playing himself into a frenzy. Like everything goes right. He's pulling the peasants back at the right time. He had this amazing block to take out the Shadow Priest that is so expensive in the early game. You really don't want to give up on that. And that results in a fast attack by Cruncher than we have on the other side, which is not what you want. You need some monies for the Headhunters as well, and the Wolves do no kills.
I agree, Neo. It's pretty solid play from Cruncher. I agree 100%. And yeah, this is just going to snowball slowly into what looks like KiWiKaKi's side of the base. Cruncher's pushing him out. Headhunters can't get any value. Cruncher holds. This is very, very phenomenal. Actually, Lumbermill going down as well.
You know what I liked so far about the Cruncher play in this series? He he takes the advantage, and then he figures out like, okay, what's the way to win this, and like without risking too much. And then he just goes Griffins because he knows that's almost uncounterable for KiWiKaKi. It's very safe. He's not brute forcing his way into a well-fortified base or into a well-fortified expansion where he could risk losing the game or losing a hero or something. He says, okay, you will not pressure me. You have nothing on me. I have all the time in the world. Let's go Griffins. Let's go end this. It's very Night Elf-esque when they go Chimeras.
Yeah, I think he knows that, the Headhunters into Berserkers will be the late game choice for Kiwi, and then he's got to go into Demos or Tauren or whatever, and Griffins are a really good switch to that. Plus, with the patch notes, probably might see a lot more Griffins in this matchup anyway. They're a lot cheaper. They come out faster. It could be something we see in the near future. Cruncher just adjusting towards the shift of the new meta. So this is very, very good. But yeah, this is pretty solid from Cruncher. He's actually buying so much time with his footman. I wanted to bring it up. Like, his footies aren't taking too much damage so far. The shop coming up, but he does have defend now, whereas before he was just like kind of playing ring around the rosy, not taking too much damage. And now he's got defend, so this could be a bit of a dicey situation for Kiwi. He's actually committing to this marketplace.
Could do that. He has a good creep speed now. Maybe that's the way to play. Not constantly being aggressive, not constantly trying to get some footmen, but to out-creep his opponent and steal creep spots away from the TEC. Once again with the Alchemist, a little bit more tempo with the Acid Bomb. I learned that word from Remo. Do I sound smart now?
So yeah, you do sound really smart. You always do sound smart, though, Neo. You're a very articulate young man. Yeah, you're a young man.
Wow,
you're a younger man,
two
right?
lies in one sentence, Ricky.
Yeah.
That's gotta go to church tomorrow to get that off of your chest.
But this is actually a really good choice for Alchemist here because obviously Cruncher's whole army right now is just a lot of footies, and the Alchemist Acid Bomb does a really good job of whittling them down. As long as Kiwi can continue to steal the creeps here, he might actually snowball this into Cruncher's base and start to do some damage. Potion of Greater Healing on top to boot. Great item for the Alchemist.
You know what the problem is now? Yes, he has Acid Bomb, but he is winning this fight, but he has no heal spray. And these Headhunters don't look too healthy anymore. But okay, he salvages this nicely. That's a very hard connection of words in the English language, ladies and gentlemen. Without losing any burrows, without losing too many Headhunters, this is a little better than Northern Isles.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful with these headhunters until that alchemist hits level 2. But as long as you're creeping together, Neo, it's gonna be a lot slower for a level 2 alchemist unless you solo creep, right? And Mountain King's out though. Some of the footies have been saved. I mean, keep in mind, look at that. Still 5 footmen alive. Mountain King about to regenerate their health with the scroll. Priest coming out. And this looks like double sanctum again. Probably just gonna see the same old song and dance. Mass breakers, some priests. As these footmen start to get whittled down. Will Cruncher go for that tier 2 expand like he normally does? I would say that you probably want to, but the economy for Cruncher looking kind of weak right now. Needs to wait a little bit longer.
Never change a winning team, right? That's what Cruncher is thinking right now. Same hero, same second hero, same army composition, same build, and why not? I mean, Kiwi is not really reacting to him. He's just trying different things, but it's not a direct counter to what Cruncher is playing.
Wanda Lightning Shield is a good item in the early game before the breaker count starts to get really insane. Could whittle down these footies, take a good fight, spread that human army out if you use it correctly. But we're starting to see the Orc heroes level up as well as the human. I mean, Cruncher's already at level 2 Mountain King. He's going to creep out this Merc Camp now. I wonder if he's going to creep it together. Maybe just get like 2.5 before this ends and then go from there. Maybe go to the expansion, but we're still not seeing that tier 2 expansion just yet. We do see Militia being pulled for this camp.
There we go. Mountain King creep solo as you suggested. Cruncher is listening to you. Grinding up to that sweet level 3. Ring of Regen. Okay. So is a peon coming? Oh, a lot of peons coming.
Yeah, interesting. Does Cruncher continue this over to the expansion? He does. He keeps the Militia going, and this will be the tier 2 expansion timing. Really nice play from Cruncher, as well as the Archmage is on the other side of the map, keeping Kiwi honest, wants to see what he's doing. He's going to see that there's a Tiny going down, Neo.
Okay. Tiny will be pretty great soon. In a couple of seconds, he fortifies it with a burrow, expecting more pressure. And yeah, he just leaves the Archmage alone. He's not going to level up too much. But that's his game plan all along, isn't it? Level 3 MK, that's exactly what he wanted. And with these 2 claws swapped to the Archmage, he becomes quite a damage dealer soon.
The big question is, Neo, is Kiwi going to fully mine off this, or is he just going to use these 3 and send this burrow and tower peon back home?
Dude, I already checked the gold graph just to check if he had 5 in the mine.
Interesting tactics from Kiwi in the last game. He needs to change that up, though. But the thing is, Kiwi just getting his production buildings back up, and he's going to do the double racks again. It's going to be the double racks, mass berserkers, maybe some demos in the late game. But Cruncher's already here. The expansion's already up. Well, it's about to be up, and he's putting on a lot of pressure. This tower's going to get canceled. The burrow is up, which is nice. But the acid bombs need to be really good if Kiwi wants to hold this.
Welcome to Clap City, as you said. Alchemist has to drink the big heal potion immediately. Acid Bomb is great, but you know what? Clap is just straight up better.
Oh, and there's no counter to these water elementals. The water elemental is doing so much damage. There's no dispel. So many berserkers going down, and Cruncher's just getting so much value out of just, you know, a couple of footies, some breakers, but he's just doing so much damage.
There's a reason people usually go Shaman, and that's the water elementals. You pointed out correctly. They are so oppressive. They are so strong. They're so tanky. They do good damage, and thanks to the Brilliant Sword, you can always do spam them. They're only level 1. That's rough.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of value here. He's got Claws of Attack plus 12 on the Archmage, so he wants to be right-clicking. Don't want to switch to Blizzard just yet. But the Water Elementals, which is his ability, he's getting so much value. Bolt goes on that Berserker. That's definitely a dead unit. Cruncher's just running away with this now. The footies don't really matter at this point. They never really did for a while. Cruncher's getting a lot of value done, and this is going to be Kiwi's tech, though. So the good thing about Kiwi is, like, he doesn't have to wait for any buildings to come up. Just continue to pump units. The key is going to be to trade units.
He does that well. Good trade by the American here. Headhunters can barely move out of that. And it's looking grim. It's looking real grim.
Oh, another clap. Bring me to the city. Why not? There it is. Oh, huge claps. Berserker going down. The healing from the Alchemist trying to be effective, but it's really just spread out not evenly. Oh no, the misrallied Berserkers trying to get back into position, but the one's going to go down. Another one's going to go down. The Water Elementals here. More Breakers coming in. More Priests coming in. These Priests are doing some serious work, by the way. And this is just Kiwi's frantically trying to hold on. He's actually going to Lightning Shield his Alchemist, try to get the Priest, but the Priests just leave. Cruncher's on top of his game. He's like, nah, bro, but the Mountain King! The Mountain King!
Oh, okay. That's a big one. Can he get this game from here on out? That was big experience, and that's a lot of relief. That's a little bit of time. He can take a breather. Goes to the tavern. Okay, Mountain King, you're not having that second beer. You gotta fight, brother.
Yeah, no drinking today. This is game time, but I think that was really good from Kiwi. And keep in mind, he's got the Scrolls of Healing, and this is his army composition. So as long as he holds, he'll just continue to pump units, get into that 60-70 food, probably make some demos behind it, and then he'll be looking pretty comfortable. So that was a huge hold. And look at the units. I mean, it's so easy to pump mass Berserkers on 2 racks. It's just so easy. What's he mining with right now? Neo, what's he mining with right now?
Looks okay, though. Looks okay. It was a little bit of an advantage even for KiWiKaKi, but the gold per minute is around the same. Very, very the same. So, but, oh, you're actually pointing that. Oh, he doesn't have the PR. Yeah. I was looking at the base. Now he fixes it. Okay. Damage controlled.
I never doubted him for a second.
No, absolutely
Cruncher's
not.
coming back, and with a level 3 Archmage, this is going to be another really hard push. But again, blocking the peon mining again. They got to go back into the burrow. Might be able to actually take down these peons. Yep, they can't go back in. Ooh, he's trying to micro them.
Okay. Big concave. No front line at all. No back line either. Like, this is no casters. No siege units. It's just pure Berserkers. You don't have any utility units. You don't have any buffs or whatever. Just nothing but straight piercing damage. I mean, we live in the piercing damage meta. We all know that. But just that is a little, like, it's too little.
Oh, surround on the Alchemist. He's only got a Scroll of Healing. Can he get out? But at the same time, he's going to target the Mountain King. Mountain King's going to TP. But is there enough time to kill his Alchemist? I don't think so. I think Kiwi just kept that stuff alive, gets the Sork as well. But Neo, these are 2-1 Berserkers. These are very, very strong. If they can get a good concave, this could be tough fights for Cruncher. He needs to maybe start creeping, maybe start adjusting into another tech tree. Because these oh, here come the demos too. And do they have burning oil?
Yep.
Oh, baby.
Okay, on this map I can see a push work. Go across the map, grab the items from the shop, somehow control that. Back this up by towers and maybe a shop behind it, and then push this Expo. Cruncher, always pretty greedy, never fortifying that too much.
I mean, he's only got an Arcane there. Yeah, he doesn't have much at all. Gonna build the shop there too, but if Kiwi just decided to go across the map, and why wouldn't you? You're 70 supply. This could be, could read bad news bears for Cruncher. He's still frantically trying to creep up. He's gonna get level 3 on his Archmage, but this could be a really good timing for Kiwi going into game 3, where it's do or die for Kiwi. This is a really good position. Is he gonna give Cruncher too much time?
Tournament life on the line for sure. MK level 4 has a mana potion, is once again super tanky. Forget about sniping that MK. I have a feeling that he won't listen to me.
A player's
But we'll
forces are
see.
under
This is
attack.
the push. That's the push for his tournament life.
Griffin Aviary in the back for Cruncher, but it's a little late. Won't see those Griffins until much later. Just going to be Breakers, Priests, and Mountain King. Oh my. It's a level 4 Mountain King, though. He's got a mana pot, but not the greatest amount of mana on him. Doesn't have many intelligence items. In fact, he has none at all, which is a good thing for Kiwi. And here comes Kiwi with 4 demos, 2-1 Berserkers. He's got tons. As long as the army position for Kiwi is good, the Shadowhunter will keep everything alive. Scroll of Healing on the Farseer, Scroll of Healing on the Shadowhunter. There's so much sustainability.
There's no
And here we go, here
mercenary.
comes the fight.
Yeah, good luck. Wait, why can he repair that? Ah, because it's not a liquid fire, of course. But the Expo is absolutely trashed. And that was rather easy. It was a matter of seconds.
Yeah, there's not much you can do against level 4 demos with Burning Oil. That was incredible, and that's a great trade for Kiwi. He's actually going to move a demo and a Berserker out of the way at the top that didn't TP. He saves everything, Neo, and now Cruncher's back to 1 base.
Yeah, for now. He can still power build or rebuild. He's a little short on lumber. What this does definitely is delay the Griffins, because they do cost quite a bit. But, oh, blocked by Cruncher. Getting that 1 Demolisher out. But yeah, he's just laying back on the couch and just, come at me, my friend. I have a lot of gold now.
Yeah, I think Kiwi's totally fine with that trade. 1 demo for an Expo, I would take that any day of the week. I mean, you can even throw in a Berserker there. I'll give you top price, he says, but he only gets the demo. 2-1 Berserkers. The hero levels for the Orc are getting really out of hand right now. Shadowhunter, if that gets level 3, I mean, it's almost perma-healing on these units, because Berserkers, with the Alchemist heal, with the Shadowhunter heal, it's almost, you don't even probably need scrolls, but he does still have them.
I'm curious, man. This is 5 Demolishers and not much else. Like, of course, Headhunters and stuff, but this MK is looking for the claps again. And we have heal scroll, 1 heal scroll, 2 heal scroll. Oh, that's a lot of healing, actually. It's a lot of healing on KiWiKaKi. Can he make this build work?
Blizzard right now. The Blizzard claps have to be really good. It's going to come down to Cruncher. He's just going to slowly clap move back. He needs to keep him away from the expansion. So it's going to be, it's hard to do that though, Neo, when you don't have that much mana on your Mountain King. You only have 2 claps in you with a mana pot, 3 claps in you. So these are going to have to be some pretty good claps. But look at the demos. The demos don't care. They're just attacking all the time, just attacking the ground, doing so much damage. And Cruncher can't even get in line. He can't even get into position. And look how much stronger the Berserkers look when you take this kind of position. Nice X right on the Blizzard right away. This is tough.
Let's see how much the Burning Oil does. Effectively. 5 demos. The Mauler is the only front line. Okay, alongside the Alchemist maybe. We do switch to Blizzard. We finally have the Clap Blizzard combo. Can he outdamage all that healing? All the heal scrolls. All the heal spray. I have a feeling that this Town Hall with the leapfrogging of KiWiKaKi will be falling soon. But of course the AoE damage is once again surreal.
There's no way for Cruncher to stand and bang right now. He can't fight Kiwi straight up. He has to constantly be moving his units, but when you're not moving your units, Neo, you're not doing any damage. And we're seeing this start to spiral a little bit into Kiwi's position, and this is textbook Kiwi, man. This is textbook KiWiKaKi with these strats to put you in a position where, yeah, you know, like, how are you going to avoid my 5 Demolisher Burning Oils unless you're constantly moving? And I'm just going to have my Berserkers pick off units all the time, and there goes the Town Hall again.
What the hell? This is working. How? Why? What?
He's making it look easy, too. He's making it look really easy, constantly making Cruncher question his positioning. Are there going to be Griffins? There's 1, there's 2. 2 Griffins so far. That will help with the Demolishers, but, I mean, with the Berserkers constantly always close by, you have to hug the trees, which Kiwi's always destroying. He's actually, like, just picking off the trees, too, but Kiwi's going up to the main base now. Why not? You got the expansion. Try it out. Finish off your opponent. Keep the series alive.
Yeah, man, this looks like it. He is investing so much into scrolls with the absolute key against an MK. And the Alchemist this time is working. Now we have the first 2 Griffins. Is that changing the game? Cruncher's supply stock can't go for more. Needs to keep them safe. Oh, nice protection, though. He's surrounding the demos with 100 million headhunters.
Yeah, the Griffins can't get surface area in the middle. Look at this. There's no choke. There's no tree line. He's just in the middle taking this fight. And Cruncher can't take this fight here. This is not a fight you want to take. You have to reposition. If he was like, hey, if he had a tree line to use, the Griffins maybe. But look at this. This is a perfect position from Kiwi. Where are you going to attack from your Griffins? Goes from the right. And look at these. They're just getting taken down right away. Probably one going to die. Really close. Gives a lot of opening for the Mountain King, though.
Oh, clippity clap clap. Here we go, in the middle of everything. But it's only level 2, not level 3. And the breakers in the front line are quickly disappearing. Damage is okay on that MK. There's an Invo Potion, of course, the Ring of Regen. Somehow the Griffins are still alive, and they're going to turn on the Demolishers now. The fight isn't too bad. No, not as bad as I thought. It's going... Just deletes the Shadow Hunter. How much can Cruncher save? Is this fight just that good? There's a Holy Light. There's the next clap. The Paladin is falling eventually as well, and Cruncher taps out in the end. Too much damage. But oh my lordy, what an effectful game here. And KiWiKaKi shows that his builds can work. There is a reason. I doubted it, but I was wrong. And he takes map number 3. We have ourselves a series.
What an interesting strategy. I think that's a nice adjustment from KiWiKaKi. He knows that Cruncher is going to go for that fast expansion to deal with this tier 3 big army from KiWiKaKi. So Kiwi just instead races to tier 3, gets the Tiny Great Hall, and just expands at the same time as him, and then goes into 2 racks Headhunters. And, you know, if you just hold with a burrow, that's pretty nice. And then eventually you get your Shadow Hunter with your Orb for the Water Elementals. You get your Demolishers. Really cool adjustment.
Who would have thought? I love the positioning adjustment, like especially on CH. The game was a lot about positioning, and Cruncher just did the better job. But here, hiding your Demolishers in a huge circle of Headhunters, I've never seen this before. And yeah, KiWiKaKi, never underestimate KiWiKaKi. I learned my lesson. I hope you out there did too, and I hope Cruncher did as well. The next map might favor him a little more. We go into map 4 after a little break. still match points, but the turnaround might have started here. Can Kiwi take this momentum and tie up the series? Next map is Last Refuge.
Oh yeah, we got a series on our hands. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. I would love to see a game 5.
Yeah, Hitman in the chat saying, I guess my predictions ripped my predictions, which is very true. He said 3-0, but it's not going to be the case. KiWiKaKi using his 200 IQ plays with the positioning, with the strategies. I really liked it. Can he continue this? Can he spiral this? Can he actually 3 in a row to turn this around? It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, man, it's an absolute pathetic tournament for Hitman. First he's dropping a map in the group stage, and now his predictions are wrong as well. I am so disappointed by Victor, but we'll see. It is what it is. It is game 4. Carson, you ready?
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Will it be a little bit of a change up? That's what I'm asking myself from Kiwi. Or will he stick to his guns, stick to what works?
Well, he's not sticking to a Warmel at the moment. Ah, sorry. Just a little off. Okay, yeah, then I guess it does. And first time Kiwi was making a real big impression in these European Cups. That's what he did like in April and stuff. He defeated a human here with this burning oil demolishers against Mass Breaker, and our minds were blown, Carson.
Yeah, it was Death Note, I think, was that series, if I remember correctly.
Probably.
And yeah, a lot of demolishers, a lot of burning oil. That's when he started making the name for himself. And he said that he doesn't feel too comfortable against human. He feels like he needs to revive his strategies, but maybe what he needed to do is bring back the old strategies.
Oh, okay. So far, so okay. It is the Farseer once again. It's the Headhunter start. It is not the slightest change. And if you're Cruncher, what does he have to change now? Or is it just map dependent and that worked so well on Echo Isles because it's Echo Isles?
Yeah, 2-base versus 2-base can be a little bit dicey on Echo Isles, right? But it can be hard for both players. Whoever has the worst lumber economy, whoever needs the higher tech units. But because Kiwi just went for 2 racks Headhunters, like his lumber was always pretty good. He never got that 3rd attack upgrade. That, of course, affected him a little bit. But the Griffins, you need a lot of lumber, and you can't get the Shredder on EI. Whereas Last Refuge, if there's 2-base, maybe a little bit better for those big, heavy air units.
Big true. That was the key so far. Cruncher getting a claw. What's up with the humans and the claws today? Unbelievable. It will help in the first defense.
Yeah, in the early game, worth pointing out, was horrible for KiWiKaKi last game. That pre-snipe early on was incredible, and it continued on. He got a Headhunter early. He maybe even got a second Headhunter early. So, you know, KiWiKaKi, resilient as ever, just needs to hold on until he can get his strategy to unfold. And now, did Cruncher lose any peasants? He hasn't so far in the series. He's been pretty good at this defense, and it looks like he's not slipping up late into the series.
Yeah, constantly, like immediately morphing the militia. That goes into lumber a little bit, but you don't want to lose any, especially not during the tech. And he's doing a great job. Quick reaction still. And Kiwi can't find footing here in this attack.
Yeah, the first Headhunter's here. The second one at the tavern, marching his way over. Third one on the way, and there's a decent amount of pressure that Kiwi can apply to Cruncher before the defend comes out, and it's not being researched quite yet, so there's a little bit of a timing window that KiWiKaKi does have, and the Wolves are trying to sneak in again, but we were talking about this in the first game on Concealed Hill. You don't want to feed that level 2 Archmage, and every time a Wolf is fed, gets him closer and closer to that aura.
Ooh, so far though, still 50 experience away. Farseer doesn't have anything, but the pressure continues. He's hopefully not too claustrophobic. He's definitely locked into that main base. And Wolves enter again.
Oh, the tower, though. The Headhunter's getting range. A little bit of a sloppy tower placement from Cruncher, I think. And the defend is on the way, though, so he just needs to buy a little bit more time. But once he leaves his base, maybe the Wolves can find a timing to get a couple of peasant kills with that Arcane Tower being gone. So a nice snipe by Kiwi.
50% done, 70% done. Just waiting for this defend to help him out here. Lumber Miller as well to make up for the lost mining time, and this harass is actually not too bad. He's not even losing too much HP. The only damage is ending up on the Wolves, and then they're resummoned, and once the mana is gone, Kiwi will be gone. But damage done and progress stopped.
Yeah, that was very nice from Kiwi. You mentioned the health, and yeah, especially with the troll regen, even if you take a little bit of damage at tier 2, it will all be replenished. But so far, yeah, picture perfect from KiWiKaKi. Not even feeding a wolf so far. No, he didn't even feed a single wolf.
Damn.
Very nicely done.
Okay, I thought until Echo Owls that Cruncher is just taking the momentum, runs with it, and that should be game. But it feels like Kiwi is picking up pace here. Now even stealing creeps away.
Exactly. He's stealing away the big shop creeps. That's the nice thing about having the headhunters. The nice thing about not losing HP or any headhunters themselves is you can pick up these big creeps before that Mountain King comes out, and he's got a little bit of a timing. Is he going to go with the Tauren Chief in this game? Tier 2 just now finished, and it will be the Alchemist, so he's going to continue what works. He's going to take these shops away, and that's going to help out quite a bit.
That is a direct counter to the defense. Acid bomb on them, and then they melt again, as they usually do. Went of mana stealing, decent against the Mountain King, I feel. Finally level 2 for Cruncher, though.
The Alchemist just running in. Acid Bomb, you're talking about it, on all 5 footmen. Is there a shop up? It's just getting up now, but, you know, you want to be on the map creeping. You don't want to have to go home to heal, and the Acid Bomb's doing a lot of work for Kiwi. He's going to get the next shop, it looks like.
Damn, this is pretty smart. He's just jumping from one objective to the next, causing a bit of trouble in between, even. I like that position for Kiwi.
This looks very nice. And again, he's going for straight tier 3 tech, getting the troll regen. So it's looking like he's found his style that works for him. He's going for tier 3, probably get a tiny Great Hall early. I think it's up to Cruncher now to make an adjustment. Will he go for that fast tier 2 expansion with a couple of priests, a couple of breakers? I think he's got to change something up, maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Even Kiwi is changing something up. With this early aggression, with all the harass, he never saw the need for spike barricades, because Cruncher never had the ability to cross the map. And that saved him a couple of resources, can go straight into reinforced defenses. Everything is a tiny bit better for KiWiKaKi here in Game 4.
For sure, yeah, there's only been about one game, I think Northern Isles was it, where Kiwi took a little bit of economic damage, or a lot, maybe. But other than that, the harassment has not been too oppressive for Kiwi, so I think that's a nice little adjustment. And his tier 3 halfway done. He's going to get closer and closer to level 3 Alchemist, which Cruncher is now scouting with that illusion. And Cruncher, he needs level 3 Mountain King. He's going to call Militia, and the Farseer is kind of in his face a little bit, but lacking mana.
We get the sweet concave, we get the good damage. Also the first attack upgrade, there we go. He's getting so much information. Not only that he slows Cruncher down, he also gets so much knowledge of the army composition. What's the progress of Cruncher? How far is he? When is he going to push? Kiwi knows all of that.
Yeah, and Kiwi's getting a tower, already reinforced defenses, and he's got a shop close by, not only for the tiny Grey Hall, but to help him hold the expansion in the future. Gets level 3 Alchemist as well, and this is all unfolding perfectly. Perfectly for KiWiKaKi. The Mountain King's still not even level 3, and if Cruncher wanted to end this expansion early, he needs that level 2 Thunderclap.
Yeah, absolutely. That's #1 priority, but he's creeping with the Archmage together, so this is slowed down a little. Expansion by Cruncher is coming up as well as for KiWiKaKi, who's gathering the 600 gold. There we are. Pops it down, and he's the one to expand as always. Breaker's coming for Cruncher.
Yeah, I guess, you know, Cruncher, if he can take some better fights, do some better creeping, and keep his lumber economy in good shape, he can get those Griffins out to the key numbers. I think he needs about 4 or 5, and then the inner fire on top of it to help out, to get into the back line. But, you know, he was forced into a couple of town portals last game, took a couple of bad fights, so I think that's the adjustment that Cruncher can make, is just have better early fights with that level 3 Mountain King. But for now, yeah, KiWiKaKi, his economy's cooking already.
Look at the inventory of the Farseer. What he just found. The flute is wonderful. +3 damage on all the Berserkers. And there's more upgrades to come, so this might even increase. For the Mountain King, Medallion of Courage, also decent. Lots of mana regen, thanks to that Stubby Mask. No tier 3 yet, still grinding up to that 50 supply army and making it better. KiWiKaKi is waiting for his Demolisher upgrades again, I believe.
Yeah, those did a lot of work. A lot of work last game, and he likes 5. That sounds kind of ridiculous, but that seems to be his key number.
That's the sweet
5
spot.
Demolishers.
If you ever want to play Demolishers, 5 is the sweet spot, guys.
with Burning Oil, with 3 attack upgrades. We didn't see the 3rd attack upgrade last game, but on this map, he'll have the Lumber Economy if he wants it. He can get the Shredder, he can get those attack upgrades rolling. But now the first fight, the first real fight of the game, the Alchemist has a big heal, even though he is a little bit low, but both players just trying to get a good positioning, trying to get this red camp, I think, is the goal.
Kiwi has no heal scroll. So Clap is really powerful. One wolf harasses, but the Arcane Tower is taking care of it greatly and fast. So, Cruncher is engaging into this. Kiwi is about to push this. Who's gonna get out on top? Of course, he can snipe it and TP out if he wants to.
Hunter, speed scrolling in, trying to get some Priest. Did he get the experience? I'm not sure, but Cruncher definitely gets the Legion Doomhorn, and that is a nice pickup.
It was a good
Good
chain
for
lightning
Kiwi.
in the end. Yeah, but yeah, the experience there, an unholy aura. And you want to be kind of quick in and out against the Demolishers if they are coming. And this unholy aura helps so much, especially for the Griffins. And the Demolishers are coming, Blacksmith as well. It's gonna be the same build again.
Yeah, these 2 players kind of establishing their own meta, you know. You gotta play crazy to beat crazy, and Cruncher is adjusting accordingly. So this is, yeah, we're going into the late game again. We're gonna get the 5 Demolishers.
Oh yeah.
And here they come. Here's the first 2 are out.
And
Almost.
somewhere is a Griffin Aviary. I haven't spotted it yet.
It will be coming up in a second. Needs
It
to-
is where the former green spot was.
Oh.
Ooh, very
Okay.
quickly.
And the tier 3 tech is coming. And Cruncher got the Paladin last game. Didn't seem too effective. Does he want to invest the economy into the Paladin? Of course, the aura helps out quite a bit. The heal helps out to keep that Mountain King up in the middle of all those headhunters for longer. But, you know, he needs the Griffin count to deal with these Demolishers. I think more so than the 3rd hero, probably more than even the staff. Because what's he staffing? Breakers, assuming his Mountain King has an invuln.
Yeah, I kind of like the single target healing against the single target focus of the Berserker, as leads though that's what it's supposed to be, but just not enough. Not on level 1. On Last Refuge, you might be able to creep him up, but if you look at the minimap, there's not much left. It's the lab, and that's it.
A town is under siege.
Yeah, this tower's getting so much value. There's the retrain for Blizzard, but Cruncher's army doesn't look that scary. Again, he's got to wait for these Griffins that are pumping out and the Paladins on the way, but KiWiKaKi's already ready to fight. He's got 3 of his 5 key Demolishers. The 4th and the 5th are on the way in those barracks at home.
Full hand of Demolishers, baby. That's where it's at. Oh, wow. This is a little bit reminiscent of their series in the one close qualifier, where it was a 3-2 as well. Kiwi just finds a way back. And Cruncher's not even getting complacent. It's just that Cruncher is executing his weird strat a little better, and that tips the scales for a bit.
Absolutely, and the items are pretty insane for both players. That aura is kicking in for KiWiKaKi, plus 10 on the Demolishers, and that's before the 3rd attack upgrade, and the armor upgrade on the way as well. But Cruncher, that Unholy Aura is going to help out quite a bit just for mobility, and maybe the snag, the couple of last creep camps if KiWiKaKi gives him the time with that Paladin.
Also, Burning Oil does damage over time, and with extra HP regen, you get HP over time, so it's like healing over time. Not too bad. Inner Fire Knights and Griffins.
Yeah, a little bit more tankiness. I guess that's not too bad. Not too bad. And if he gets, 3 or 4 Knights, I do think he needs some upgrades on them, though. If they don't have armor upgrades, don't have attack upgrades, they're not going to last in the fight against this number of headhunters. And there's the Mountain King fighting the army on his own, but 5 Demolishers. They don't do a good damage type to heroes, but they do a lot of just damage.
Wow, upgrade. 2 Griffins out. Can he go for the Demolishers? So far, the Mountain King is, of course, the carry in the front row. Knights are tanky, but man, that is a lot of damage again. He's going for the Farseer here. Book of the Dead on Cruncher's side. There is a TP out, going for the Mountain King as well. Tons of damage on these breakers. MK is still low. Claps one more time. Invo potion on the Farseer. Kiwi wants to stay in this fight. He has the supply lead.
Oh my god, he gets a Knight. No staff out for that guy. Hex on the Griffin earlier, actually, so that's a nice way to deal with the Griffins over the Demolishers. The Blizzard trying to do work, but KiWiKaKi, this is where he thrives. He loves splitting these headhunters. He's got the big heal on the Farseer, so no danger there yet. And there's still a heal scroll. Is there a second one? Just the one at the moment, but that will be quite enough, especially with the Mountain King running low on mana with the heal spray. And is KiWiKaKi doing it? The Demolishers!
5 Demolishers. The clap is insane, but healed immediately again, so the repair isn't enough. You see it in the upper left-hand side. The fight is really hard to watch at the moment. Mountain King dropping low, has to retreat, and that's just full focus fire. He can't repair, and he's breaking this Expo once again. Kiwi got his number.
Oh my god. Are we seeing Cruncher not know how to deal with the strategy of KiWiKaKi? Has KiWiKaKi found the answer?
It looks like it. He's executing this so well. He's not losing anything anymore. He got the necessary amount of healing. The Alchemist was the addition. And once he gets the heal spray and it's not getting wrecked, then that's it. He's powering through this. He's out damaging this. And the Griffins don't work anymore because of positioning.
Oh my lordy. Is the third attack upgrade on the way? It is about 70% done, and then we're going to see this army in full force. The Blizzard's putting in work, but 5 Demolishers, Chain Lightning, there's more AoE than just the Blizzard on Kiwi's side.
Unbelievable. Seriously mind-blowing that this is working. This shouldn't be working. But Kiwi is a magician. He's a headhunter, demolisher, magician. That's what he is.
TP out.
Yeah, he's running out of steam here. But he killed the Expo. He killed a lot. He got a lot of experience. He didn't feed up to level 5. He's actually quite far away. And he got the Echo lead. He got the supply lead. He got good heroes. He's close to 5 Alchemist. This is good. This is really good. This smells like game 5.
It absolutely does. That level 3 heal spray, like you point out, when it kicks in, it's going to be absolutely insane. And Cruncher's going on the aggressive, but he's down by 18 supply. The difficulty with the Demolishers is they're hard to repair, and we see the creeps helping out Cruncher a little bit. So maybe a couple more Blizzards could get a couple of kills, but the Mountain King, look at the damage! Will it live? Okay, staff out.
Okay, but how do you fight this army without a Mountain King? He's stabbed. He goes for the Archmage. There's a TP, okay. And now we got a Kodo. The Kodo,
oh my god.
Yeah, the Kodo has upgrade. It's plus 22. On the top. Like, this is real damage. This 165 max damage.
Holy man, yeah. This is,
if this lands on casters, this gets enhanced as well. This is too much.
2-shot a priest, perhaps?
Yep.
I think around there.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Cruncher's got to do the dance
Oh,
of his life.
dude! This wasn't even the upgrade. Of course, I was looking at the Kodo thinking +4, that's usually the upgrade, but he got the flute. So the upgrade is kicking in now, and we increase the max damage. That's happening here. Plus 33, baby. 176.
What the hell, dude? Oh my god, that is a lot of damage. And the Headhunters too, plus 10 on top. Cruncher getting 1 creep camp, but he's gonna TP out after snagging it. But what do you build? What do you build?
Well, in game 1, which Cruncher won, the solution in the very late game was the Beastmaster edition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't do that anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. This is too much. You can't allow him to get to that stage of the game.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right there. Maybe Inner Fire, some upgrades on the Knights, but the issue is with the Demolisher's ability, all Kiwi has to do is take one good fight at Cruncher's expansion, buy enough time to kill the Expo, and then Cruncher can't get the key army that he needs to counter these 33+ Demolishers.
How about Mortars? I mean, the transition is a little long because you need a workshop and all.
The frag mortars could be very strong. Maybe even earlier instead of going into the Knights. Maybe even instead of going into the Griffins, just get 5-6 mortar teams, 2 workshops with the breaker front line. It could be strong, and you just trade everything. You'll lose a lot, but so will Kiwi. The
Knights are supposed to be a hard counter, though. Yeah, this Archmage has no TP this time. There's also no staff. He might pass the in. Well, this fight is starting off bad, but he does have the double AoE. He's reacting nicely. From the left-hand side comes the Griffins. And where's your damage now, Kiwi? Oh, boy.
Flaps are huge. The Blizzard is huger. The Alchemist gets surrounded.
No way, not again. He got 2 Book of the Dead. That's surreal. He's clapping. He's killing. He's doing it.
Oh
Cruncher!
my god.
The fight
Knights?
of a lifetime.
No way.
He just
No way.
absolutely destroyed him. Alchemist back. Mountain King back. Who's gonna get more mana? Cruncher with the aura, possibly. Paladin heals up. 25 supply lead. That's what you get for the 176 Demolishers. They just got sniped.
Cruncher taking such a good fight there, and KiWiKaKi caught maybe a little bit out of position. He thought he could just take any fight he wanted, but now the human heroes are getting out of control. The Alchemist with the Book of the Dead Surround falling, and it might be able to fall again in the Blizzard in the collapse. So much damage, and this is KiWiKaKi falling when he was so far ahead.
What?
Farseer falls at the end, the town portal, the GG's called, and Cruncher somehow wins it in the end. 3-1 for Cruncher. Unbelievable.
We get El Clasico again. It's Hitman versus Cruncher, the rematch in the fall season. But what the hell just happened?